Meditation means making the waves of the mind still, bringing the mental activity to a standstill, making your mind empty. Silence any thoughts, silence any waves, silence any particles. It is simply emptying the mind. We have been hearing about the great master Patanjali, who gave the definition for meditation as yogaha chitta vritti nirodhaha. Yoga is meditation. Meditation means stilling the waves of the mind. Chitta is the mind. Vritti is the waves. Nirodha is stopping. Yogaha chitta vritti nirodhaha. Which definition has been given thousands of years back, and it stands vindicated all these years. My own life is a standing testimony for that statement. As you cultivate your body and make your body strong, you can cultivate your mind and make your mind strong. Meditation is the art and science of cultivating your mind. You have to spend time in meditation, that's all. You don't develop concentration in meditation. You give time to meditation. You just keep your eyes closed and begin to observe your breathing for 1 hour, 2 hours. You don't do anything in meditation. You don't open your eyes, that's all. Keep your eyes closed. Then you get energy. Because what happens, when you open your eyes, energy is going out to catch the whole world. How are you catching the whole world? The distant sun, the distant stars, skies, you are throwing your energy into the world and catching the world. And what is happening when you are closing the eyes? The energy is not going out. Okay. But the energy is there. It gets built up. You get a lot of conservation of energy. There is a lot of build-up of energy in the body. That build-up of energy in the body gives you meditation. Just by the fact of closing your eyes and keeping your attention on the breath, you become energetic, become fully concentrated. So sleep is rest for the bones and muscles. Meditation rest for the mind. In sleep, you go into dreams, where there is a lot of activity in the dreams. The mind is full of activity. The mind is not restful. But in meditation, no dreams, no thoughts. In meditation, the mind takes rest. In sleep, only the bones and the muscles. Sleep is good. Meditation is much better. We want sleep, rest for the bones and the muscles, and then we want meditation, rest for the mind. If you don't give rest for the mind becomes mad. Sleep is rest for the bones and the muscles. Because you've been working with the bones and the muscles throughout the day, they require some rest. So you give them sleep. But the mind is active, weaving out dreams. Okay. There are a lot of horrible dreams. Early morning you get up without any energy. Isn't it? Meditation gives rest to the mind. Sleep gives only rest to the body. Regularity is very important. And if you are 16 years old, 20 minutes of meditation is more than enough. But you must do it daily.
Okay.
Make it a habit. Okay. You can skip anything else but not meditation. No excuse for skipping meditation.
Happy morning and happy evening, friends and masters. So, welcome to day 38 of the Middle Path program. And what a wonderful message from Patriji. So, and we are almost near to the finale of this Middle Path 40-day program. So, we would request you all to please come forward and share your experiences. And we would love to hear from you all. And now let's listen from our master. Yes, sir. Over to you.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, evening. So there's some green color tint. Nature of personal reality. How is this body, or how is an individual, that I, when I say I, we use the word I all the time. When we identify ourselves with this body, but I in the consciousness, is the word I. There is something beyond the body, and it is evolving all the time. Nature of personal reality is to understand how is the evolution taking place for each of us. It is perfectly explained in spiritual science. So far, we've been trying to understand various aspects of life, science of living, how to speak, how to talk, how to be in the present moment, why we should not take something personally through that 4 agreements, what happens in meditation, why meditation is improving our brain structurally, and so it's good to practice more of it. Science of living here, how to lead a more freer life. If we don't take things personally, we are free. If we don't regret, we are free. Don't overthink, we are free. Free in that moment. The science of living is there, but to understand that, how are we evolving? The personal reality. Are we merely limited to this bones and molecules? Are we merely this physical body? Is there something more? We always said this, we have body, we have mind, we have energy. In spiritual science, that energy word is called the soul. We have body, we have mind, we have energy. The quantum field of energy, everything that exists. Energy and matter, so come from there. Body, physical body is here, physically we can see. Mind is full of thought, brain in action, but mind otherwise is thought. It's energy, they're not seen. Energy at the quantum field, of course, is the invisible energy that's there everywhere. Mind bringing the form, space and time, and so then we experience the material reality, the body, or the material reality. When mind is disappearing, of course, the body is disappearing, and so what we experience is the energy. So we have a bridge. If we master the mind, then we freely are going to the energy side, coming back to the body side. When we go empty state of mind, we're in the energy. When we are with thought, then we are here. This energy, that quantum field of energy, is called in spiritual science the soul, Atma, Paramatma, the soul and the supreme soul. Our consciousness. There are principles governing the nature of person reality that happen. They're called nature laws. For example, there is only progression all the time for everybody. Nobody ever regresses in life. There's constant progression. Everyone as they experience something new, then they're learning something new. And so then they're always only enriching themselves with more knowledge, more information. So they're ready for next experience. Constant progression. We label here something is failure, something is success. And so failure means we have gone down in life. We label. Over a period of time, we have beginning to understand success and failure are only relative. They're just labels created by us with our own limited understanding. Somebody has 20% growth, feels great and happy that they have 20% growth in business, whereas somebody at 80% growth is not happy. He says, I'm not good enough. So the labeling is relative. The relativity is only based on us we labeling, but not otherwise. It's not there. But everything is experience. Somebody is doing a 60% growth business, there is a different experience. They're a lot more probably active, a lot more working, longer hours, maybe doing many things parallelly. Somebody at 20% growth in business, maybe more easygoing. We don't know the dynamics of that. Different dynamics, different experiences. The law of constant progression is saying that we constantly are experiencing life, and so we are enriching. And with every experience, we gain wisdom. And so with wisdom, we are ready to do the next thing. If there is fire is there, I put my finger into the fire. Of course, I learn from it. I gain a lot of wisdom. So next time I won't do it. If I didn't get it adequately, I'm going to do it a second time. We all have tried this when we were children. When the diya is lighted by our parents, and then as soon as my mom goes, then I would go and then see what happens if I put my finger on it. Oh, there is black soot coming up. Will it really burn? You try to go and do experimentation. But with this experiment, we become enriched with knowledge. And so then we know we won't do or we want to do again based on it. So that's evolution. There's constant progression. Person who learns basics of mathematics does not want to learn basics of mathematics, but instead next time they will learn the next level of subject. Evolution is there, we know it. The timing is a problem. We all have limited timing in question. And so in this time, nothing has been learned beyond what has been learned in the last 5 years, so they are not really grown. If the time is lifetimes, and if we understand that there is a question of lifetime, and so where we live in one place and then start from the other there in the other lifetime, then it all makes sense. There is a law of constant progression for everybody. A nature law. The spiritual science principles are there. There are 6 spiritual science principles that explain how is our personal reality is getting created. How are we evolving? It's beautiful to understand it, because the moment we understand it, then we have a great, we liberate from all suffering. The moment we understand it, when you understand it, it's got to come into practice anyway, learning to doing to being. All it requires is to know what it is. The 6 spiritual science principles must be understood by everyone who practices meditation, because this way the evolution is happening. So far, yes, we talked about body and mind and said, okay, this mind is relentlessly wandering here and there, so it needs to be rested. It's got so much impact on the body energy and this and that. But we also explore the energy, the quantum field, the soul concept a bit. Today and tomorrow, I would like us to leave with some understanding of this so that we explore. The scope of this course is not to dwell deep into it, but we want to give some concepts here. So we understand the perspective. Those who are interested want to go and explore this. Those who want to get perfect answers, those who are scientific nature will always explore them. Scientific mindset is to not reject anything outright. Instead, let me see, let me explore, and then come to a conclusion. Makes sense, didn't make sense. Scientific mindset means not a belief system. It is something that you are trying and repeating again and again to see that you get the same result and say, yes, this is true. In our programs, now for the last 2.5 years, now every program like this, when you run the self-assessment, now a group of people come together and go through this program and then come back and give same answers, similar answers every time. Different groups of people are coming each time, and then they come back and then answer those self-assessment questions and they give but similar answers that somewhere between 60 to 70% are saying that they're healing just through the meditation. 90% consistently, somewhere between 85 to 93, 94, tell that their life is a lot more positive, they're more positive oriented, they have less fears. Now, this is research. Over a period of time with different groups of people, you try the same thing with the same meditation, and they come with a similar conclusion. That's research. We experiment and come back with a conclusion. Scientific mindset, then we look at it and say, oh, somebody says reincarnation. Is it true? Oh, this is all woo. It's not woo. If you go and then research it. If you don't find enough evidence, then you say, yes, it is not. So these spiritual science principles help us understand the big picture of it, the macro aspect of the whole spirituality. If you understand this, dear friends, we have answers to everything. At least we have to look for the answer when we feel we are stuck in that place. When we feel that deep illnesses suddenly come on to us, that big business challenges come on to us, a sudden growth is happening, and we want to know, the answers are there. The 6 spiritual science principles are, principle 1 is principle 1 is principle of consciousness. Principle of consciousness, that everything is consciousness, everything is energy out there. We understood from the quantum field that 99.99% is energy. The second principle is principle of reincarnation, that we come and go, reincarnate. This body is not simply bones and molecules, comes randomly and then goes away randomly, disappears. Energy to matter. It's got to go back to energy. Theory of principle of reincarnation, number 2. The third principle is principle of cause and effect. We touched upon this concept a little bit during this program. Cause and effect. For every cause we do, there is an effect. For every intention we make, there is a potential consequence. Intentions we make, so we get certain experience, but there is also a potential consequence. Cause and effect. There is a cause and so there is an effect. So then the whole spirituality is to move from feeling that the effect is there due to a past cause, we start changing the cause so that we cause a new effect. Causing the effect, from cause and effect to causing the effect, is about whole spirituality. Change the way we think about it so that we can change the effect. But cause and effect is there, principle of cause and effect, are popularly called the law of karma, theory of karma theory. But it's a positive thing, it's a beautiful thing, it's not a punishment system. We get to understand that. Law of karma is not a punishment system. The fourth principle is principle of constant progression, a regular progression. There is only progression all the time in life for everybody. Everybody, and you take out time in question, doesn't matter. I might have been a bright student in my college years, but then today, after 20 years or 25 years, all my friends who were there with me, whether they were studying less or not, they're all the same. They all have experiences in life. They've grown, they've progressed in life. They didn't stop there. Everybody still are in a beautiful position, whatever, they're living a beautiful life. Even though in that point in time of that small period of 4 years, I may be seen as a bright student, somebody else is very poor in education. Doesn't mean that they don't progress. They all progressed. It's a matter of time. Principle of constant progression. And then fifth principle is principle of rapid evolution, a principle of yoga. Rapid evolution. When meditation comes into life, then there's a rapid evolution. That means when we understand that there are certain things that are happening through our own creation, there's rapid evolution. When we understand our thoughts create reality, the whole spiritual scientific mindset, when we understand those 5 principles of spiritual scientific mindset, there is a rapid evolution. That we are infinite potential, that we are one with everybody, that there is help there is intelligence that is helping us, that our thoughts create reality, that we live with abundance. Then there is rapid evolution. Experiences come faster. People say, my thoughts become reality immediately, just like that. That's rapid evolution. Principle of yoga, rapid evolution. And then the last one, dear friends, is principle of infinity. Infinity. How many ways we can experience life? We get to that understanding. It's not limited anymore. It's for us to choose what we want to experience. And then how many ways you experience is for us to choose. You know it. You can experience your vacation to a specific place in many, many ways. You can experience your job in many ways. You can grow your company in many ways. There are infinity of experiences of things that are there. Entire life, the personal reality revolves around all these 6 principles. We'll look through them deeply today and tomorrow. Let's go into meditation, dear friends. After meditation, we understand few principles today and the remaining tomorrow morning. Relax yourself, dear friends. Sit comfortably. We're practicing breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to be empty-minded and then be in the state of emptiness for as long as we can. We do this by observing our breath with our eyes closed. Sit down as you see in the picture, comfortably, with your specs removed, fingers into fingers, hands in your lap, feet crossed at ankle, and observe the normal breath. Your natural breath anywhere in the nose as a reference point. When you observe the breath slowly, your mind becomes empty. You want to be in that empty state. Observe that emptiness. Be a witness to you, do not interpret. At any given time, if you have thought, bring your attention back to the breath and again observe the breath. And again, you slowly go into the empty states and again be in that empty state. Emptiness is energy, so you may have sensation, movement. Witness it, observe it. Thoughts are there, come back to the breath and again start from the beginning. It's called breath mindfulness meditation. We spend maximum time here. Before we do this, we do a small process called heart elevation for a few minutes that helps us to go into the deeper states of breath mindfulness meditation. Just follow my guidance for it, dear friends. Relax yourself with your eyes closed. Relax your body. Dear friends, dear masters, with your eyes closed, specs removed, keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your sacred heart. And with a slow, long, relaxing breath, can you feel beautiful heart. Feel this seat of all emotions, your primary connection to this quantum field for your experiences of life, with its energies of love, compassion, appreciation. Recollect an experience from your past, from the present, where you felt enormous love, compassion, appreciation, or any of the higher emotions. Relive that moment and feel that energy. And can you intend to radiate that energy, to send that energy to all things and everybody? To help them heal, to help them become a better person, better entity. We are all deeply interconnected. Deep inside, we are specks of energy, intricately connected with each other. The more we experience this energy, the more we become coherent with all things and everybody. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. Your fingers into fingers,
hands comfortably rested in your lap, eyes closed, observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. We are going into powerful group meditation. Observe your normal in breath and the out breath, and allow yourself to slowly become empty. as your mind is becoming empty, we channelize all that energy into the generous present moment. We develop greater awareness. Our body functions at its natural best. Thoughts are natural. If you recognize you are thinking, go back to observing your breath, your friends, and allow yourself to slowly experience emptiness, that greater consciousness. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience this emptiness of no body, of no thing. As your mind becomes empty, you move away from matter. You experience that energy, that emptiness, spreading far and wide. All emptiness is energy. The quantum field of creation, the place of unlimited, the field of abundance of energies of love, of compassion, of empowerment, of mystic. the longer you stay aware of this emptiness, the more you tune in to these energies, the more experiences you draw into your life. If you find yourself in thought, go back to observing your breath, dear friends, and allow yourself find that emptiness all around. Friends, at this time, can you express gratitude? Express gratitude to all things and everybody. It's truly an honor to be experiencing this life at this time of history. Express gratitude to your parents, your teachers, mentors, family, friends, colleagues, everybody. Be grateful to the nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals. Your gratitude to yourself and to this intelligent quantum field for helping us experience this beautiful life. Gratitude is the ultimate share of receivership.
We can change the world one heart at a time. We can change the world one heart at a time. I see you, I know you, you're a part of me. We can change the world one heart at a time. We can change the world one heart at a time. I see you, I know you,
And recollect your experiences from this session. How did you feel? What did you see? Whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes.
Okay, dear friends. Hope you enjoy the session. Yes, Kishore.
You continue. Once you are done, just I want to share a few things. Please go ahead. Once you finish it off, then I will actually.
Please share now.
Oh, okay. Okay. First of all, gratitude to you and the entire team. You guys are doing fabulous jobs. It is inexpressible, like wonderful, like right. So, the service what you are doing is really it's rewarding, and it's different. Like you are actually bringing the whole thing and doing it so easy for the people to do the meditation, the techniques what are being done. It's really appreciable. So yeah, I have been doing some meditation and I actually followed different things. I'm not a regular practice, but I have few things like, in the throughout the journey of my life, I have a lot of, it's a jigsaw puzzle. It's not single thing. Multiple pieces are there, right? And I see few connections here, like through your knowledge sharing and other things, especially from the science point of view. I'm a lover of having those things like, the physics especially. I truly believe the law of conservation of energy, and I apply it everywhere. Like the feelings what we have, I truly believe that law of like feelings can be neither created nor destroyed. They change from one form to the other. From there, everything is energy, and slowly the experiences, what actually you are actually sharing from the knowledge and all those things. And I see that there is a big connection. Like the moment we all sit for the meditation, I could really see that one. Previously also it happened. Now it actually had a larger impact. Like, so everybody is sitting there, and slowly with the music, the energy raising from the, the base to the top, and then it is connecting with the entire the cosmos, and not feeling anything. Like, we don't know. There is something, but the consciousness is truly being noticed. Noticing means observed. Especially the experiment what you actually initially you showed, that the observer effect and double slit experiment, all those things. So those things are actually connecting. And today you have actually talked about the principles. It has a lot of things like, principle of consciousness. That's what I was actually talking about. And the principle of reincarnation. That's what I am talking about. I could connect these things, like, maybe it is wrong. I don't know, but I'm just trying to share my feelings here. The law of conservation of energy is the reincarnation. And from the double slit experiment, what we are actually talking about, it is what happens is, when we are actually not there, when we are doing it, we are actually getting into that space of energy, that main energy. Once that is done, everything is solidified and coming back to this body. That's what the feeling, right? And the third one, cause and effect, theory of karma. So it is there, like, whatever we do, every action. Yeah, please go ahead.
I have a talk on this, so we can talk about these different theories, and then we cross-check your notes. Okay.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for everything. Like, I just want to say, and it's very beautiful. And maybe we can actually talk at a later point of time these things for the best interest of the time. I appreciate it.
Yes, Kishore.
Thank you.
Let me put up a few charts about these 6 principles of spiritual science. Every meditation practitioner who is trying to understand themselves must look to explore these principles. Our study is never complete if we don't explore them. Then liberation from suffering is prima facie not possible if we don't understand them. Liberation from suffering means that every moment of our life, never feeling that sadness or lowness or failureness or anything. Prima facie is not possible. When we say, oh, I'm sorry, that person died, that means that we are regretting, we are feeling bad about something. On one side, we say we are consciousness, we are here to experience. On the other side, I'm sorry, it feels bad. When we use these words, they're not even understood. That's not being in happiness. That's sadness, or labeling something as good or not good. These principles have to be explored with a scientific mindset, not as something to believe because my religion told me this exists and so this is going to happen. But a scientific mindset. We explore, we reason it out, we understand it sufficiently, and so then automatically the understanding is there, so then experience happens based on understanding, not as a choice you make. The 6 principles of nature of personal reality, of how we as an individual, from what were we, and then how are we progressing in our life, and how are we getting to these experiences, and what is it meant for. And Patriji has been a great spiritual scientist, great philosopher. He knew the absolute ability of weaving many concepts together and come to this. While I couldn't find a direct listing of these in any book, maybe somewhere, maybe some of them were there briefly in a book called The Soul's Journey by Peter Richelieu. And and of course, individually, each of these principles are there in many places. And you can put them together as theories based on what you understand from quantum physics. And when you reason it out, then you come to the conclusion about constant progression. But he is a master of spiritual science, and so he wanted to put various concepts together. And all of these, by the way, directly at some level can be explained through Bhagavad Gita. Chapter after chapter, it is going and then touching on these aspects. Not necessarily explained in these simple terms, but it explains them, but you can put them together to understand it. Patriji used to talk about this greatly, and of course he spoke all the time in Telugu about this talk. If you go into his Telugu channel, PMC Telugu, Aru Adhyatmika Siddhantalu, somewhere you will find somewhere a detailed narration, a brief narrations may be there. But never mind, we're understanding them here. And it's only because of his scientific mindset that he constantly inculcated and said it's got to be not just a belief system, you got to explore it, but you do your homework. He used to give pointers and ask people to go and explore. I've done my exploration on these aspects, putting together my life experience along with various theories and subjects that are studied, cross-section of them. So the 6 principles of natural reality are principle of consciousness, principle of reincarnation, principle of cause and effect, principle of constant progression, principle of yoga, the rapid evolution, constant progression or regular progression, and then meditation yoga is the rapid progression, principle of infinity. The first one, principle of consciousness, is saying that everything originates from emptiness, or that energy, or you have the alternate term we use called consciousness. Chaitanya Shakti in Sanskrit, Chaitanya Shakti. That thing that has that Chaitanya means that the English word is consciousness. Everything originates from emptiness. First, there is nothing. Quantum physics now tells it's all energy by default. 99.99%, everything out there in the entire universe, multiverse, is all energy, emptiness. Emptiness is all emptiness. Emptiness is filled with energy. That energy is full of wisdom and information. It's all traveling beyond speed of light. So the loss, anything that's above speed of light, it doesn't apply the loss of earth to it. There's no time, there's no weight, all the concepts there. So principle of consciousness saying that everything is coming from this emptiness. First, there is all emptiness energy. From there comes matter. Matter shows up, matter goes from one form to the other. There is always changing from one form to the other. Seed is there, a small tiny seed, it becomes a big tree, a big redwood tree. Small tiny seed. All seeds are very small, tiny. You can say it is a nothingness, emptiness, but from there comes a big redwood tree, a big banyan tree, goes on living for a long time. Nothingness to something fullness that happens. We didn't exist before, but suddenly the life springs up and we are there. A small, tiny baby becomes, a huge man or woman. Now we change forms. A tree is there. Now, tree, after a few years, the leaves fall down. The leaves become, naturally the branches fall down. The branches go into building a nice house. The leaves go into manure to regenerate, and then the soil for it to grow fewer things and changing a form. Some of them become minerals, part of the minerals. And so there's a new form to it. So something comes from nothing, and then that goes and then changes its form into something else, but never is dying. This is the concept where we are saying we are not the body, we are much more than the body. When we experience meditation, in meditation, we are experiencing something more. The 5 pancha koshas come from there. Annamaya kosha, the Sanskrit term, there are 5 koshas. The kosha means body. 5 pancha means 5. 5 koshas are there according to Indian scriptures, but in spiritual science there are 7 bodies. We are physical body, yes, we are physical body, but then beyond that we are experiencing many things in our meditation. I mentioned this, we talked about this, our energy body, or in a meditation experience where we feel suddenly we're expanding, we feel we are contracting. We feel there are a lot of tingling sensation around in your body. We feel some kind of heaviness in the head, there is all this feeling of energy. That's energy body experience. We're experiencing it. We never had it in physical body. And then we're not cooking it up and hallucinating about that energy in our body in a meditation. It's got to be real. Something is happening to us. When we're emptying our mind, when we are letting go of forgetting our physical body, we experience that energy. So we experience that energy body. Pranamaya kosha. Now you go further, then some of us had visions of seeing somebody, flashes coming in suddenly, flashes of masters, flashes of scenes of future. There are flashes coming. There is premonition concept where you know what's going to happen in future. Many things are there. That's a mind-body experience. Mind travels, connecting to the entire energy field everywhere there. So the first part is that everything is coming from nothingness. And then it transforms and then goes in another shape, another shape, another shape, another shape, but it never dies. A stone which we find it useless, a big boulder. Now a sculptor takes it, makes a great form out of it, a great statue. It is there for a few years. Then something happens, it's broken, then goes down. And then potentially it becomes a part of a building. It becomes a building there. In building its wall, or it becomes a decorative piece somewhere. It changes its shape, changes its use, but it is there. There is constant evolution in the shape, in these forms. There is mineral kingdom, the mineral kingdom to plant kingdom, to plant kingdom to animal kingdom to human kingdom. The evolution happening from to there to angelic kingdom. Concepts have to be explored and then try to make connections here. But this is how there is evolution happening. But all of it is consciousness. All of it is emptiness and energy. From there comes matter. Matter very, very little. 0.00%. And our whole life revolved around only matter, exploring matter, thinking that is real. But it's so temporary, even from the physics perspective, that it's all illusionary. When you put your attention, it is there. When you draw your attention away, it disappears. Your relationship with somebody disappears when you withdraw your attention. Withdraw your attention, that relationship you thought is great, it slowly disappears when attention is withdrawn. You put more attention, then automatically you are bound to make great friendship with your children. We feel, oh, I don't have good relation with my children. Of course you don't have, if you don't give enough attention to it. If you give attention, it's got to happen. Where you place your attention, their energy flows. Undoubtedly, everyone can build a great relation with their children if they put their attention. We're too busy to even give time. We're too busy pursuing our own interests. Of course, that's the nature of consciousness. Everything, when we withdraw our attention, it disappears. So that's the material experience is disappearing when we withdraw our attention, and the matter is so little, but our whole lifetime we only pursued that little tiny matter thinking that is real, dear friends. So we understand that there is this energy that is there everywhere, all pervading, and we explore that. There is everything coming from there. In meditation, we experience that energy. We experience that energy in the form of all those different bodies, the mind body, our intellect body, Vijnana Kosha, our soul body, a bliss body. Develops curiosity in us. Meditation, when we experience all these things, develops curiosity and say, all along I've been told I'm just this, but I hear I'm experiencing something more. What is it? And then this is the beginning of it, that we start exploring it a little more and more. There is all unfamiliar. We didn't want to even think about. When somebody says soul, what is the first reaction comes? Oh, that's a ghost. That's the meaning. People, when don't have understanding, the soul means it's a ghost thing, it's a ghostly, it's invisible, dangerous. I don't know what that is. Of course, when we don't know something, then we are unfamiliar about something. When we are unfamiliar about something, then we are generally scared about it. We try to brush it aside. When people use the word death, I've seen many people, oh, why are you uttering the word death? They get scared of it. When we understand that energy to matter, so this physical body must have come from somewhere, from the energy. What is special about it? And so then the death, the worry of death should slowly disappear. If we are energy fundamentally, and then the body is not there, the body is so tiny, then the worry of death, everything must disappear. The principle of consciousness is that it's all energy, it's all the soul nature is that it's an energy unbounded, unlimited, unpredictable, everywhere, all pervading. It's ever expanding. Our life experiences, are they expanding or not? A business is constantly growing. Stock markets are constantly growing. Wealth is growing. Comforts are growing. Technology is growing and expanding. So what is not expanding? So is consciousness. So is this energy field out there is ever expanding. This is quantum physics theory too, that the whole universe is always expanding. And if you are that energy, if you are that consciousness, because it's much beyond the body, and so then wherever expanding, so that should give us enough answers. That is ubiquitously there. It gives us answers that there is life out there. Their experiences are not limited. There is always expansion, growth. The answers from these many principles automatically come. So once you understand this, dear friend, then we're slowly moving from limitness to nothingness to everything. We are everything. We are not limited. We are everything. We are not body. We are beyond the body. We are energy. We are soul. We must explore this. Mind to Matter, that book, the Mind to Matter book is saying, mind is what? Mind is thought is energy. Feeling is energy in the body. Now, mind to matter, from energy to matter, everything in that book is simply experiments scientifically. Collating and the narrating in so many ways that your thought is changing, your energy is changing the physical matter. So then, why do we constantly are bothered and tying up ourselves with the body so much? Can we explore more about energy? If psychosomatism means that as your psyche is a body, and so if you change your thought, your body changes. Not by drinking a lot of juices and then doing many things and this and that. Okay, if that theory is true, then why do problems still exist in the body and health? The second thing, dear friends, is from the principle of reincarnation. So if everything is coming from nothingness, emptiness is changing its shape into some physical matter due to some observation. Somebody observed we are here. In our life, when we observe, so things are happening. I here imagined and then dreamt of Buddha's Quantum Foundation. It happened. I dreamt of Shinobi getting acquired. And then I dreamt of having that software be there in many, many places. Many companies use our software. And so it has happened. Many old Fortune 500 companies use the software that we built from Bangalore, a small office. You imagine and dream. So you dream and so things happen. I observed, and so a few things happen. You observed in your life, and so you grow and you are experiencing things. So it is the same thing. Something has observed us, so we are here. It's a natural understanding if we bring it up one level above. Something observed, an intelligence observed us to be here, we are here. And then we, and extending that experience, keep observing things, and so we draw them into our life. So reincarnation then fundamentally must be there that we are from energy, matter is produced. We are here in the body. And as matter disappears, where does it go? It's got to go back to energy again. So did it die? Is the word death means what then? Is it not simply seeing in front of our eyes? That's all it means. Not seeing something physically is death. How many times we come back to reincarnate? We come here, first time I took a job. How many times I can take a job? I take a second job and a third job and a fourth job and a fifth job. A serial entrepreneur, how many times I can take companies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each time the company has different parameters. How many places you can live? I live in America, I live in India, I can live in Dubai, I can live in a village, I can live in a city, but different parameters. So is the case of reincarnation, where each lifetime that we come, then we have different parameters to operate, different environment to operate. So that we have different experiences of life. Their energy back to matter, back to energy. If you say there are multiple jobs possible and keep doing one after the other, that means there are multiple lives are possible one after the other. We go back and then come back again with a different environment, different set of people, places, things around us that have different experience. Reincarnation. Dr. Ian Stevenson scientifically demonstrated that this concept exists. Scientifically, the many people, Dr. Hans Tannenbaum, Bruce Goldberg, Dr. Brian Weiss, many people, and Dr. Newton, who was there as speaker in one of the sessions, is a great spiritual scientist. Is a India's leading past life regression therapist, perhaps the most pioneering from India. More than 20,000 cases of regressions. He wrote a beautiful book called The Science of Past Life Regression. Many scientists and doctors have done these studies, demonstrating with proof. I have a book here, Trudge Hardo, 30 most convincing case of reincarnation. 30 more convincing case of reincarnation. Now this book by Trudge Hardo, now there are many cases and each of them try to corroborate with evidence. For example, one case is about in 1987, they discovered a woman trying to understand how our life is so in a mess with respect to relationship with her friend. And she gets these nightmare dreams again and again as somebody is choking her to death and killing her to death. And she went through a regression session, few sessions. And so finally come to the conclusion with a proof that she had experienced death in 1920s in Buffalo, New York area. In a way that she described, they corroborated with the newspaper reports during that time of how there's a mysterious death happened of a woman there. Now, every reincarnation, many books are written that way with scientific proofs and evidences collected. We got to explore it. So the moment we understand that the reincarnation exists, dear friends, then a lot of fear of death must go. Fear of death is the biggest fear that holds us back from experiencing. Because we simply say that life stops here. When you know the life continuity, suppose you lose a job, or we feel that we end of life there? We don't, okay, we feel temporarily sad, but immediately we know that, okay, there is another job. So is the case with life. Can we take it that way? Can we understand it to that level? If we understand that level, then the only question that becomes is, why did I take this life? If I understand that level, that if this not this company, next company is there, then we start questioning and saying, why did I join this company? What is the reason? There must be to either earn money, to create something, to help people. If that is the case, then we align quickly to that thing of why we came. We are today, because we worry about death, we stop doing many things. We freeze ourselves with doing many things that even though we want it. So is the case in jobs. We hold on to the job with survival mechanism and start playing politics, managing people, and forget the very reason of why we are there. Oh, I'm just supposed to do some work, I'll do some work. The very spirit of why we are there in a company is lost. It's about innovation, it's about creation, it's about adding new value to our stakeholders. That is forgotten. We simply do things because we think it's survival. That's exactly what happens with the life. It's a survival mechanism as opposed to identifying the purpose and say, why am I there? And then go into that. Life is there anyway, so why should I worry about what happens here? The continuity is there. So law of reincarnation, dear friends, is moving us from death to eternity. You understand this concept pretty well. Now, reincarnation is where we are taking lifetimes where our circumstances do not change drastically. You take a lifetime where I'm a Hindu this lifetime, maybe a Muslim another lifetime, maybe a Christian another lifetime. Or this lifetime I'm born in America, another lifetime I'm born in India. Another lifetime in India, but in a city, one more lifetime in a rural village, maybe. The characteristic, there are a few things that are generally don't change for a lifetime, so that you experience that culture deeply. You experience that place deeply. You know, every place has a culture, every religion has a culture. So you experience that whole lifetime is experience around those, so that you master them. We are infinity in experience, so we want to experience. Consciousness is always trying to experience itself. And we are specks of consciousness. So experiencing life in different ways. The problem is when we think what we're experiencing is real, my son is real, my house is real, we hold on to it. We stop having anything more. Reincarnation. Bahunimena vyatithani janmani from Bhagavad Gita. There are so many lifetimes are there. Krishna tells Arjuna that I know everything you don't know. Krishna represents the whole energy, the infinite consciousness. Arjuna represents matter. Perfect. Both are required. And so the energy, Krishna, the greatest meditator, is saying, I know everything. There are so many lifetimes that we go through. And then you don't know, Arjuna. That's why you're crying about killing somebody. But it's just a game. Play the game righteously. Now, what's the game is asked him to play? Play the game of righteousness. The dharma is there to protect the evil, or something that is stopping people from experiencing life greatly is evil. Or everybody wants to experience life greatly. If anyone is coming in the way, then that is they're not doing the right thing, they're non-dharmic. And so then protect that. So principle of reincarnation, dear friends, has to be explored. Our meditation can lead us to look into our past lives. When we get glimpses of future and past, when you get many glimpses, the glimpses are coming of something happening. Like this lady, that case of that lady from New York, Buffalo, she was getting those glimpses of dreams. She wanted to know what they are. She went into regression with Bruce Goldberg, and so she got something. Now, there are many, many things that people gain in their meditation. Meditation itself can take us into these glimpses if we want to know, not necessary to know. But it is important to understand that there is a past based on a reincarnation theory. And so when we are experiencing something today, it's a continuation from the past. And so then we recognize that much and sufficient to change a why me question to why not me question. Why is this happening to me all the time? Why not me? Oh, people in America are rich and then great and comfortable. Or the person in America is thinking people in India are so spiritual, so nice, so easy. Oh, I wish I was there. But then you chosen to be in a place. Reincarnation happened is why you are there in a place. So why me here? And then why not me here will come. Why me in the situation, why not me will come. Difference when we understand this principle of reincarnation. We'll explore the remaining theories tomorrow of the 6 spiritual science principles. But the law of reincarnation is very, very important to understand because the fear of death has to be overcome at once. For every meditator, the death loses its sting. This is a natural state of affairs. That's how we need to look at it. That's when we fully become free in exploring. Thank you very much. Jai Shri Madam, any announcements?
Yes, sir. We have 3 announcements today. Like first thing is the book club. Monday and Wednesdays are for the book club, Inspire Book Club. So the first batch happens at 8:15 to 9:15 a.m. IST, and the second batch is 8 to 9 p.m. IST. And then we'll be sending a message in all the groups regarding our upcoming programs. I will also just send a file which has some few flyers of all our upcoming programs happening online, and also 2 programs which is happening in USA very soon. And yes, we'll be sending the self-assessment 3 link, the form. We request you all to please attend the assessment. Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. We also need to present the self-assessment findings. Maybe we take time tomorrow and do that.
Tomorrow, yes, we'll do analysis.
Okay. Right. So thank you, friends. We'll take a short break and then do some sharing. Have a good one and we'll see you tomorrow. Yes. Questions? Or anybody would like to share their experience around the concepts we are talking today, yesterday, this week? Radhika madam, how is program going for you?
It's going fine, sir. Actually, when I'm taking each topic, there is so much depth. I feel lost. Okay, one topic only would take so much time. I'm really lost, Chandra sir. I want to learn more. I want to go deeper. That is my state.
Okay. We'll do two things. We'll reduce the number of concepts in the program. But however, our understanding is to introduce them because none of it can be understood in a single sitting or single go. This is a lifetime process, madam. We're trying to introduce concepts so that some resonate to some are, depending on where each of us are, some resonate to some and some wants to know more. For example, this week's concept that came in the last week. Some people are nowhere near wanting to even understand what death is. They don't want to. It's okay, so be it. But there are many souls of wanting to know why are things happening the way that I didn't expect. And so they want to have answers. So this will give a lot of answers. It's like that. So, but we must explore all of these at some point or the other. It takes time, but that's okay. At least have an understanding that the concepts are there.
Yes.
And it is common, it is natural to get overwhelmed with the number of things that are showing up here.
Actually, I never really understood Chandra sir. Everyone told me you should feel, you should be happy, whatever the situation, whatever may be happening around you. I used to always wonder, how is it possible when something really bad is happening to me? How can I be happy? But somehow the way you present and the way the teachings are from the day one till now, I feel that is possible. Yes, it is possible. We can be happy irrespective of what may be going on around. And today's topic was very to the point in regard to that. Like amalgamation of reincarnation, law of karma, consciousness, everything putting together helped me understand that yes, it is possible. So today's session was really wonderful, Chandra sir.
That's great. There's a knower and the non-knower. Knowers are those who want to explore. They understand it. And so they are actively seeking questions, answers for various questions they have. So then they obviously become knowers. Jnani, Ajnani. Ajnani is non-knower, Jnani is knower. So we, of course, in our lifetime, move from non-knower to knower. When you are knower, then you have answers. It's Jnanan Muktihi. Jnanan Muktihi, not Dhyanan Muktihi. Jnana, the knowingness to moksha. Mukti is moksha, liberation. Is a knowingness to moksha. Ultimately, knowingness has to be there. Through that, we get liberated. Not anything else can happen. Surrenderness is there, but to get to surrenderness, you have to understand so deeply that I am that consciousness. That knowingness has to come eventually. Then we accept. So that's what we're trying to do here through our, that's why in the beginning itself we said meditation, wisdom are two wings. That wisdom has to be understood more and more, repeated, and then explored. Just the reincarnation, if you read a few books, start with the book called Many Lives, Many Masters by Dr. Brian Weiss. If you read that book, you know it. Everybody. When I read that book first time in the year 2002, I was fascinated with that concept. I got surprised so much. Oh, this exists also, really. Somebody is regressing back into their life. They're talking about exactly what happened to them, narrating their clothes, costumes, and how the experience she is going through. And documented, corroborated evidence by Dr. Brian Weiss. It opened up it opened up my thinking. I said I must explore this whole concept in spirituality a lot more deeply. Can't just say it is non-scientific. Not at all. Great, madam.
Yeah, and one more thing I want to add. So I'm reading the book Mind to Matter by Dawson Church. And as you know, I was an energy healer. Then I moved into life coaching, and now I'm going to deeper into understanding meditation. So Dawson Church put all of this together in a very nice way. So I was feeling very connected, and the way he presented, like for me, they were like just someone introducing energy healing. I just blindly did it without understanding how science could back it. But all his experiments, the way he narrated them, and as a life coach, I use EFT, emotional freedom technique, a lot, and I've seen a lot of people getting a lot of results. And very nicely, Dawson Church put it in that book with his experiments and all. So it's all like I'm feeling very like everything is coming together for me. That kind of sense I'm getting.
Yes. Awesome. If you understand more, then you have so much conviction that you'll do more of it, right? And significantly create much more impact. Thank you. You have to start a Buddha Siva chapter in Australia, madam.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Definitely. I'm really wanting to.
Wonderful. Yes, who else?
We have Kiran. Can you please unmute?
Namaste, Chandra sir. I'm Kiranmayi from Michigan. First of all, I'm so grateful to the whole Buddha CEO team and you for conducting these 40-day sessions. I have been to this meditation since 2020, and I have been regular for 2 years, and I have seen a lot of benefits me. I was able to get positive thoughts, and my anxiety and stress levels, everything reduced. But from past 1.5 year, due to some family responsibilities, I was not consistent in meditation. Rather than doing more, I was not consistent, and I have again noticed that my stress and anxiety are getting more, and also I had knee pains from a couple of months, and again I started this meditation regularly from 20 in this year. And my question is like, when I'm doing meditation, I feel energy is flowing to one of my leg, and I also feel the pain, a healing pain. But after this 38 days, also I didn't feel any change in any healing happened to my right leg. So why it's happening for only one and why it's not for the other leg? I'm not sure like what wrong I'm
Why
doing.
should it happen in 38 days, madam? Why can't it be in 600 days?
I just wanted to like, is there anything I have to include or anything? I mean, any
It's like, no, is career growth linear? What you're experiencing, is everybody experiencing the same growth linearly?
No.
No. Some people have fast tracks, some people are different, normal. Everything is
Yes.
based on a lot of context and experience of the past. So your situation can be totally different from somebody else's situation. We said this right in the beginning. Our experience of meditation, our changes in meditation are never predictable. They're not
Okay.
linear, they're non-predictable. That means they're not linear means you don't expect 10 days later I'll be better, 20 days later I'll be better, 30 days later it'll be incremental. It can just suddenly happen.
Okay.
Time and space do not exist when it comes to dealing with energy things. Means when it happens, we can't tell, but it'll happen. Your intention is to heal, it'll happen. But what we suggest is to increase rather than focusing only on the health and see how this health improves. Please focus towards what you need to do.
Okay.
Our change in thought, our change in our approach towards if there are things that you really need to do, please go after, start doing them. If you feel that you have to do things that you are ignoring, go on and do them.
Okay.
Basically, when we start living life the way we want to, health will come.
Okay.
When we suffer,
Understand.
that's all it is. A body must be moved towards doing those things that we deeply desire to do, and we do it. That's called purpose. Then automatically health will come, sound mind will come, intelligence will come. If money is required, that will come. If people are required, they will be there. All that will come automatically. You will know it.
Okay. Okay.
By any case, madam, just continue. If that pain is coming in meditation and then goes away, and it means that it is a healing process, who knows what deep down that blocks are there, and the reason for many reasons are there.
Okay.
There are many reasons of why there are blocks in the body, can be the energy blocks, because there are psychosomatic, which means based on kind of experience we have done in the past, in the childhood or in the past. They may show up here as things, and so then now it's getting healed. It'll get healed. Without an exception, everybody who came into meditation, they heal. The thing that happens is many people, when they come into meditation initially, yes, they get healing, or they get that thing they want, and suddenly they say, oh, now it is there. Regularity is gone. They're not regular. They're not studying. They're not enriching themselves with newer knowledge. They're not implementing. They're not changing their belief system. So then they go back to old self.
Okay.
We must upgrade ourselves constantly. We constantly check and say, what belief system am I operating? Do I still continue to think I'm the body? Do I still checking the labels? Do I still think that, oh, yesterday I had fatty food, so today it's going to show up some way? Am I still thinking? Am I changing my thought process towards it? Once we get introduced to new knowledge, we must experiment and to change our thoughts, change our behavior around it. And if they do it, then nobody is going to fall back into the old self. But many, when they come to meditation, they get a quick benefit, one or the other, and they thought they got it, and then they stop doing everything else. But that's not how it is. Our knowledge has to be constantly learned. It's a journey that will continue. So we continuously evolve, change. We must continue to talk to people so we stay inspired. People who are meditating regularly, stay inspired by talking to them, see what they are, meet them, interact them. These are basics of practice. Meet regularly. Now, for example, I'm coming to US and I'm going to go spending 35, 40 days there. And I know that I'm the biggest beneficiary. I'm going to meet Sonalji. I'm going to meet many people out there and then see how they are implementing their part of their life. And I'll probably see many other things too. I might meet some masters there. But it's all for learning. So we constantly learn. It'll
Yes.
give me clues of what is further required to change my program. When I meet them, it'll probably give me some more clues. So learning is there. And so we constantly refine what we do. And so these things have to be there, madam, regularly. Then there's no going back in thing.
Okay. Okay, sir.
But you'll be healed. Just continue the practice. Don't miss the practice.
Okay. Sure. Thank you, sir. And I have one more question. Um, um, I wanted my both the kids to join in the youth sessions, but the sessions whatever you're conducting for youth, it's not compatible to EST or CST. It would be really great, like if you can, I mean, conduct meditation sessions compatible to EST or CST timings.
Done. We will get this done now that anyway we've got our various teachers doing it.
Okay.
So we will have a US time zone also youth program launched. Thank you for reminding us. Okay.
Okay, sure.
So far we couldn't, but we have many teachers now will do it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
What time would be a good time for youth?
Actually, I have seen couple of programs, but that is EST morning because the kids go to school at that time. It would be great either evening time now or morning time in the summer break, like May to August.
Okay.
May to August would be really great, sir, because they will be at home and they can focus more on that.
It's not one time in a year. This is a continuous practice. Why are you choosing May to August?
No, they already started one meditation session. Anil Bodapati sir conducted in the December.
That's okay. I'm saying when you're thinking May to August, you're thinking one part of a year. This is a continuous process.
No, means like so that they can focus more at that time, and then slowly they can continue throughout the year.
Every day is a good day. This is a change that
Yes.
we will get to. This is a
Yes,
change
sir.
we'll get to. We have to get to the
Yes.
understanding that every day is a good. Now is the right time. Now is the right
Yes,
time.
I agree. Yes, I agree,
That
sir.
way.
Yeah.
Yes. But sure, we will, I think, launch in the evening time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Many can benefit no matter which time of the year they are in, right? Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lakshmi, can you please unmute?
Hi team. Hi all. Good morning, Chandra sir. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, sir. So I am doing meditation from 2.5 months, and I'm really experiencing so much changes in myself. But I have one questions. Sometime I get emotionally blast. I'll tell you the incident. I think 1 month before the incident, some problem happened between the kids, and then my daughter says that whenever I goes their home, their parents always scold me. So I thought I never scold any kids. They comes, I let them free. I don't say then don't touch this, don't do this. I give all freedom. Why? They did to my daughter. So many thoughts was going on. I even tried to control in the meditations, and then I was trying to avoid that person because I thought this is not a good state to talk with that person. But after what happened after 2 to 3 days we encounter, and I said that I thought that I will end this conversation very nicely, but I got, while talking, I got blasted emotionally, and I said I don't want to keep the relation of such kind of people who thought that their kids are great and other kids are not good. Uh, and then that while I was talking, my body was shaking a lot. I was not able to control that. People also saying I'm so much shaking. And yesterday, one incident happened. One of my colleagues, I don't know, she was
Madam,
kind of not talking with me.
become strong in your emotional body. Become strong in your mind. Just meditate more. Just read more to understand that you have the control of how to deal with the situations around. Your thoughts may be attracting situations. Oh, this person last time did it. Maybe she's going to do it again. Next time it's going to happen again. So just see where our thoughts are in the mind. So just have more meditation. You're only doing for 2.5 months. Everything will get solved. Right. Don't expect instantaneous results out of this, but then your layers and layers and layers of us will change. We're so conditioned to pay responses to what others say and do to us and say this is how we are validated by what they say. Just because they said my kids are great, your kids are not great, your kids are not going to be not great. They'll still be great. Is that how we take it? How much attention you want to give it to that? Just meditate more and then read some of the books that are given. If you're not able to read, listen to some of the topics from Buddha's Yoga channel, PMC channel, in any language that you like. It is there. If it's Telugu, it is there. If it is Hindi, it's there. English, Kannada, Tamil, every language is there. You listen to many of the wisdom talks and then meditation, integrate them. All these problems will disappear. They'll be out from your life fully.
Okay, sir.
6 months,
Surely
to, 6 months to 1 year practice, you have to do serious practice. Okay.
serious. How long meditation?
Every
6
day you
months?
do this meditation. This 45 minutes we are doing is good. But if you have time, do one more 45 minutes. Do
Okay, sir.
have
Yeah.
time, do 45 minutes. If you have more time, do 1 more hour. No limit to how much meditation you can do. But talk to a facilitator regularly. If you're doing a lot of meditation, talk to a facilitator, talk to other meditators regularly. Okay.
Sure. Actually, yesterday also happened the same. It was very small incident that
Yes.
person.
I understand they'll happen. They'll happen. That's how it is.
So why body is shaking?
Everything will stop, madam. Don't try to reason it out and say why, but why not body should not shake? Tell me, why not? Do you have an answer for it? Why you're asking? When I ask you why not? Tell me
But
what.
it was not before the meditation. Before it was whatever in my mind, I was directly saying. Means I was sometime it was turning into the fight. But after doing the meditation, I experienced these things. It is shaking lot. Yesterday also, for small things only, started shaking, but I handled that situation very well. That one person also got happy that I talked with her.
Okay.
Uh,
That will go away. Don't have to reason out. Don't have to link up to meditation. Okay. Kalyan or Sonalji. I think we've spent quite a bit of time here. Yes.
I can have Kalyanji go first. I can.
Yes, yes.
Namaste, Chandra sir. My sincere gratitude to entire Buddha CEO team, the great work, whatever you are doing. I just want to share my manifestation experience, which happened recently. So before I start, let me give a little bit background. I have been practicing meditation for the last 1.5 years. I attended a couple of your 40-day sessions. So the manifestation experience, I live in US, I live in New Jersey. So there was an issue with one of my immigration related to my permanent residency green card. So that was like, I have applied the green card application and it was kind of stuck up for 3 years. I have been trying, I tried so many things. I spoke to different levels of help desk and then reached to house members, senators. And in fact, I tried to reach to White House also. I submitted the application in the White House, but nothing happened. Almost like 5-6 months, there is no change. So then I started doing this manifestation. I started doing the manifestation. So there was a 45-minute manifestation video. So I used to play daily. So what happened is like when I started, okay, I was like manifesting in such a way that, okay, I got my green card and I'm sharing my manifestation experience with you, which is happening today. So I started doing that. So first few days, I don't see anything. So I started continuously. So there was something like one day one day when I was doing the meditation, I was like, okay, I see that Lord Ganesha was in the my meditation, and I see that there is like a blessing from Lord Ganesha. So then the second day, or after 2-3 days, there was Sai Baba, so also blessing. So that day I got some kind of indication that yes, something is going to happen. Something is going to happen. So then after few days, I was like, okay, got him. This one has like might be seeing, like, lot of people might have seen the Bhagavad Gita pose where Krishna was in the gigantic shape and Arjuna was in the um, feet. So I was in the same situation, and Krishna was blessing something. So that as day by day progressing, I was getting a lot of confidence, but I don't know what is going to happen. But I got a confidence something is going to happen, and I'm going to get a result very soon. So one day, all of a sudden, I got a call from White House special wing director. She called me and she said that, okay, there is some issue with my application, and she's going to personally follow up on my application. And she gave me her personal email ID, and she gave me her contact number, personal phone number. I never heard anything like this in the public forums or any of my friends who come across this type of situation. So that day onwards, I see that there is some momentum on my application, and slowly, okay, it was moving in a direction that, okay, I am very close to get my permanent residency. So then when I was continuing that same manifestation video, and I think before Dasara starts, somehow I got it in a meditation that, okay, before I finish this Navratri 9 days, before the Dasara, I will be getting my green card. So I was waiting, and till last day, I think it was Monday, that was the Dasara day, and I haven't heard anything. So I was thinking like, okay, there should be something I should get by tomorrow, but I don't know what is going to happen. So I sent email on Sunday night that lady that, okay, so I just want to check my status. So usually she replies 2-3 days, but that happened on Sunday night, and Monday morning 7:45 she replied that, okay, your application is approved and you are going to hear the official email by 10 o'clock. So by 10 o'clock, I got my green card application is approved. That's on Dasara. And I got official email. So this my manifestation experience. It was so miracle. I would say like my sincere gratitude to entire Buddha CEO Foundation, and especially to you and your classes. And the second part is I want to share with you that is also manifestation. So which is happened today. I couldn't get chance like last few days to join the class. Today somehow I got it, and then want to share. Thank you very much, Chandra sir and the entire Buddha CEO team.
Thank you, Kalyanji. Great narration of how a manifestation, I think the thing we take from you is how one gets indications, the messages to make us believe in the process to continue. This is so important. For many give up because the indications are there, but they may not recognize it. But the indications are always there. And when we are manifesting, and then the consistency is important, regularly what you're doing, which is what I did too, which is what I do regularly. And then the indications come which keep us going at it. When we doubt, we don't. Now that Lord Krishna and then Arjuna in surrender mode, go into the surrenderness. You've done everything possible. Leave the result to the rest is going to show up. There are many indications of nature, right? Many indications of that nature that things come into place. So thank you for sharing. Very useful. I look forward to meeting you in New Jersey. I'm there on 19, 20, 21, 24. I'm doing a full day event in New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
And
When, sir? In
24th full day workshop in Monroe.
Okay, this month?
Yeah, 24th March.
Oh,
The schedule hasn't come out because for various reasons it will come out today or tomorrow. Okay.
sure. Okay, definitely, sir. Definitely, I'll meet you.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Sir.
Yes, Sonalji. Waiting to
I
hear.
thought yes, I gave a lot of chance for newcomers. I thought, okay, now I want to be a newbie and ask you a question. And I also have something wonderful that happened today to share. The question is, since we're talking about death, they say, or I
Share
should
that
say,
wonderful news first.
it's an experiment that I did today. One of my patients who's an 81-year-old Caucasian lady, she had a uterine cancer and she had a surgery and she was recovering, discharges tomorrow. So when I went to see her today, she said everything else is great, but she was sitting in a chair and both her legs were shaking. She has this condition called restless leg syndrome. It happens with the nerves damage, and usually they get a medication. So she said, I just took it, but she was in so much pain. I've seen this was more of a severe case where she was really in pain. So she said, can you please give me a second pill? Can you please order for me so that way this will stop? So I knew she's asking for help. Everything else was fine. So I sat next to her and I said, let's do a couple of breaths. Let's do breathing. I didn't tell her the meditation, and I did our breath mindfulness meditation. So when I did, just without music, anything, I just started doing it. And right away, her legs paused. So even I'm doubting myself that this is an extreme case of restless leg syndrome. Maybe it's just a coincidence. So then when we stopped, she started shaking again. So then I said, okay, let's do it one more time, because I wanted to confirm myself that is it really happening? You know how we say that where the attention goes, the energy flows. So I did 3 sets of breathing with her. And third time she said, this is amazing. This was her words. This is amazing. So I said, yes, please continue doing that. And you don't need a second dose of medication. By that time, it will kick in. But I just thought it was wonderful. So I told her about the meditation afterwards, and I'm going to give her that book tomorrow. But I just thought I'll share it with the audience that it was just something little that I did today, just because I wanted to see right away. When we do research, it's over a couple of days and a couple of months, but this was just right in front of me. And this was truly with the intention to help her. So I just thought I'd share that, which was so wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And
your intention always matters a lot. With how much belief that you are and how much positively how much genuinely you want to create that change for the other person, then your energy flows into them. Intention means energy flows into them. And you are doing something to make her do it by herself. You're making her do by herself. You're not giving your energy. A lot of times there's healing. People do healing. Wrong thing to do. But you have an intention to make her do. That's your energies towards making her do, become self-sufficient, so become independent of you at some point. So consciousness likes those very much. Thank you. Without thinking too much, you did it and it works. Only when we think too much, they don't work.
Yes.
Okay. It's a serious case. How will it work? Let me try anyway. Maybe she needs from 60 days to try. All that we do, then it'll take 60 days and 90 days. All right. Yes, what's the question?
The question was, how we say that this body has come to do its work and it's going to do what it's going to do, all these things that we experience. Once you understand with the cause and effect, you're learning your lessons, evolving. So our goal is to basically nullify all the accounts, right? In the gross body. Like basically it doesn't matter whether it's positive or negative. I don't like to even say positive, negative, whatever lessons either what we need to learn, or like when we say we are evolving, what is our end goal? That's what I wanted to kind of
You may be coming to karma balance and all that. So I don't use these balance concepts too much, but yes. The karma balance is nullifying those pending intentions that we set for ourselves to experience life. Not somebody thrusting on us, but it things that we said we got experience. And so the goal is to go towards fulfilling everything we want to fulfill on the planet Earth. Some of them with low consciousness, we thought we will want to do it. Let's say I want to take revenge against somebody. At low consciousness, we would have said it, and it is there as an intention, not manifested yet. So we become a criminal in this lifetime, but then as you come to meditation, as we understand the more and more knowledge, then we say, I don't need that anymore. That taking revenge on somebody is not required anymore. So we nullify it. So that's gone. That wish that we had set out in the past goes away. That's what is called karma, negative balance getting reduced, depleted, right? So the ultimate goal here is to finish our experience on the planet Earth to the best possible way. And so as a consciousness evolving, we are dropping off many things that no longer serve us. As experience that we don't think are anymore necessary, we drop them and then experience more things to a point where we say, enough is enough, I'm done with here. Then we go to another loka, another dimension. Okay. So how does it translate to in the physical life? It's called liberation. Liberation is non-suffering. So as
That's
long
what
as we come to a conclusion, come to a point where you say, I've had enough in this place, I've liberated, I've been happy in every moment. So that's the time where you don't have nothing to learn anymore. And so then you feel it's boring anymore here. So you want to go into another dimension. So see how it's working. Liberation is your ultimate goal. Living a suffering-free life. And that requires you to do in the whole lifetime righteous actions to the best possible way. And so that requires us to have a huge amount of knowledge and understanding. And so then any non-righteous desires and intentions we drop and drop and drop, and then move towards more righteous creation. All right. So this is all is a cycle. But yes, end goal is liberation. And so which means if you are happy in your entire lifetime, every moment happily, that means you're done on the planet. Like a company, when you finish 6 years later, you felt full, you learned everything, and then nothing more here. Then you move on to another company. Same here. You move on from Earth school to some other school when you finish learning here. Okay.
Thank you. So good.
We'll have a conversation on this when I come to St. Louis. Whole night conversation.
That's right. Yes.
All right.
Wait.
Okay. All right. So thank you all, dear friends. We'll see you tomorrow again. Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Bye, everybody. Join the retreat in US, whoever can, please. We'll post information. This time I want to see you all. Sir, hope to see you also someday. Bye.